I'm Odin.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Ragnar.
Yeah.
You have a cool name, just like me. Very Nordic.
Yes, that's true. Thank you for the time that you could to do the interview. Let's begin with the first question. Yeah. The first question is, how long have you been making music?
Well, I've been making music as long as I've been drumming, and I started to play the drums 20 years ago this year. So it's been 20 years.
I began when I was 6, exactly 6.
Oh, then you have a big head start. I was 13 when I started, so you're already way ahead of me. You'll be much faster than me when you're 31.
Okay, and next question is, how many instruments do you play?
I only play the drums. I used to play the trombone when I was younger, but unfortunately I stopped playing and I only play drums today.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty musically or something, and I can play piano, not pretty good as I can play drums, and I play drums.
That's very smart, yeah, because you have both the melody, but since you're playing the drums too, you're also working on the foundation of music, the rhythm. I think it's very smart. That's a good idea that you're playing more than one instrument.
Yes, and the next question 3 is, which CD are you most proud of and why?
Which, sorry?
CD.
Yeah, which city is?
Are you most proud of and why?
Wow, I think I'm definitely most proud of our newest CD from my band Ophidian I, Desolate. It's just the one that we put the most work into, and I had to practice so much to be able to play that stuff. So finally, when the CD is out, I'm extremely proud to show what we have been working on for so long.
Yeah, I like pretty much the CD, and I like it so much. It's always fun to listen to it.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're very happy with it. I can see you're wearing a Flashcode Apocalypse shirt, and we are definitely, especially me for the drums, I'm also inspired by them when I was making the CD, because they play very fast on the drums, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, last beat.
Hell yeah, every day.
Yeah. The next question is, if you had to trade instruments with someone from your band, with who would you like to trade with and why?
Well, I would have to play the lead guitar so I can be at the front of the stage and finally get all the attention that I never get because I'm always in the back.
Okay.
I would love to be a guitarist too, but it takes a lot of work, I guess.
I just like to be seen.
Sure, yeah, I understand that.
Only if I play hard things and not easy things, and I play on a podium with all those lights, and if I play then something that not easy is, all the lights are going on me, and I think, oh, turn off the lights, please.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that would be a little bit hard. But I think all of us who are musicians, we like the attention a little bit. So, you know, when you have everyone looking at you, I think you can do a little bit better because you have that feeling of adrenaline.
Like you have more power.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is, have you ever forgot something important for a performance? If so, what did you forget then?
Wow. I don't think I have forgot to bring anything because I think I'm very organized. And since I'm the drummer, I have to be the one usually to carry most of the things and keep inventory of what we have to bring.
Yeah.
But I might have forgotten maybe how to play a song if I'm very stressed. You know, many years ago when I was young and we were playing some shows and I was too stressed, I maybe have to think for a moment before I can start the song because I forgot what we're gonna play. So that's very embarrassing, but it doesn't happen anymore, fortunately.
Okay. I did never forgot something because every performance is a basic drum thing, and the second performance there was music school. It was really bad. I played ECDC. I did it perfectly, and yeah, but the singer was a girl, and she sang bad. I thought, I was really confused, and she sang so weird, and I thought, yo, where are you in the song? So I confused. I didn't know what I must play anymore. I was so confused. So I stopped playing, and it was a little bit a mess then.
Oh, yeah, it must have been very awkward, yes.
Yeah,
But whatever happens, you just always continue. And
yeah.
for me as a drummer, sometimes, I've played with people who are not know exactly where they are in the song, and it can be so confusing. But you just have to continue. If you know what you're doing, just keep going.
My first band that was the pianist, that keyboard player. Yeah, he felt from a stair. He felt from a stair. From a chair. A chair. While we playing a song. So I was going further. Everybody he was going to our keyboard player, but I played just if there happened nothing.
Yeah, oh, you did not make people realize that something happened.
No,
Oh,
I
that's smart.
quit.
I can tell you one short story. One time back in 2012, we were asked to play on a TV show on television.
Ah,
And it doesn't happen every day that they want a heavy metal band to come on TV, so we are super excited. But 2 weeks before, I fell from a ladder I was working, and I broke my leg and my toe and I completely broke my leg and I could not play. But we did not want to cancel the show because we were so excited. So what we did, we programmed the bass drum on the computer, and then I had headphones with a metronome, and we made it work like that. So I went to the live TV show, and we played the song. It was a very fast, with blast beats and double bass and everything. And we made it work even if I was wearing a cast on my foot. So yeah, sometimes unexpected things happen, but just have to try to work around them to make things work. If the show must go on.
yeah. The next question is, what brand of drum kits do you have?
I have my metal drum kit is a Pearl Export Select. I think it's a 25 years old kit. I bought it used many years ago, but I also have a smaller kit, like a jazz kit, and that is a Premier resonator, and they
I
don't make them anymore.
I have Pearl 2. Also expert.
Yeah,
Expert.
good choice. Yeah, it's very good, and it can take a lot of beating, and yeah, it never stops working after all these years.
Yes. Okay. The next question is, what kind of sticks do you have?
I use the Vic Firth 5B.
Ah, okay. I used them at first too, and now I'm using
Vincent.
fantastic.
Okay, and what
Just
do you
like
like them?
stick and stick. Fantastic.
Do you like them better than the Vic Firths?
I like them both much. I can't really choose, but the fifth first I had first were too little for my hands.
Oh, okay.
So they must be bigger, and I need other sticks. So I think I take fantastic. But
I
okay,
see.
next question is, how long have you been playing with double pedal?
Well, I think I got a double pedal maybe 3 or 4 years after I started playing drums. So maybe I started playing double pedal in 2004 or 5.
Okay. I
So yeah, it's been 16 years maybe.
I think that I play double pedal since 3 years ago.
Okay, it's very fun to play with a double pedal. It's hard to. Yeah, I don't think you can ever go back if you get on top of the double pedal.
Just that I like it because then I can go completely at blast beats because yeah you can't really play it with one pedal. That's a little bit not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. Some people do it though, like Pete Sandoval from Terrorizer. He just played with one pedal, but I think today it's accepted that you can use two.
Yeah,
That's okay.
but okay. The next question is, uh, how did you end up with this band?
Uh, this band, they in 2013 they had to play a show in Germany, and their drummer, I don't remember, he was sick or he was busy, so they asked me to come and play this one show.
Okay, yeah,
And then the original drummer came back, but in the end he completely quit the band. And
okay,
since I had already played with them in this one show, I already knew some of the songs, and we were friends. So that's how I just got into them.
okay. The next question is, what is your favorite song from your band?
Jupiter.
Okay,
It's
I
very fast and very technical and lots of blast beats, and yeah, I like it a lot.
I think my favorite is the first or the second, or first and the second one from the new CD.
Okay.
The beginning with much bands and new albums is an intro. Begin quite easy and but and the new CD. You begin the first seconds is directly. That's so fine to listen. Yeah, I'm directly happy with that.
Oh, I like hearing that. I'm also just like you. I don't like long, boring intros, and I don't like 10-minute long songs. I just want blast beats immediately. So this is why we did that on this album.
Yeah, and if you hear the intro, you think, yeah, I'm gonna not gonna listen this. Then you hear you, and yeah, you think, ooh, I wanna listen this.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, it's. I don't think we could have picked any song to be a slow intro. Almost every one of the songs just start immediately very fast.
Yeah,
But this is just because of the bands that we listen to and the bands that we like. For example, Fleshcode Apocalypse, they're very fast, and or Origin, you don't have to wait very long for those bands to get going with each song. It's just very fast from the first minute.
okay. Um, if you can choose two bands to play together at a festival, which one do you choose?
I would choose bands with some really, really fast drummers just so I can be a fanboy and look at them. So I would have to pick Origin and Archspire.
Ah, Archfire. Genius.
I would love to see them live. I haven't seen them yet. Because I live in Iceland, there are not many bands who come here. So even if I'm really much into metal, I still haven't seen so many bands. So I would be happy with seeing these guys.
Okay, yeah. The next question is, how long have you loved metal music?
Ever since I can remember, I have an older brother, and he's the one who introduced me. Also, my uncle, and just I was listening to Queen when I was very young, but then very soon after that I got into Slipknot. So I was maybe 8 or 9 years old when I started listening to them, and ever since then I've always loved double bass, blast beat, and just the power and the energy of metal music. You cannot find it anywhere else. Maybe in classical music, but it's different. So
Yeah,
I think I've almost always loved rock and heavy metal.
okay. Yeah, the first band I heard, when I was not born. I did this on a photo.
All right.
Before I born. Yeah, that's and
Born metalhead.
a born metalhead before born, and I was always a metalhead when I was young too, and when I the first band who I really can remember that I like it very much was Ghost, was sort of rock metal, and so it spreads with other metal bands, and just 2 years ago I came really into the death metal genres like melodic death metal and such things as genres as you play, and I like them very much. And the genre I like too is progressive metal and more like progressive death metal, and that.
Yeah, I understand that. I think my friends in this band, the guitarists, they listen a lot also to progressive metal, like you do.
Yeah.
But I think I only listen to very brutal, fast death metal. But I think so many times metalheads, they get the love for metal music from maybe their parents or their older sibling or something like that. So if you're gonna be a metalhead, I think usually we start very young. So that's good. No confusion. You just know immediately what you like.
The next question is, what's the strangest things that ever happened to you during a performance?
Wow. When I was playing, I did a European tour with a Swedish band. They're called Valkyria. They asked me to be their drummer, so we went all around Europe.
Yeah.
And on the last show, before we went home, the tour manager and the guys who were managing the tour, they were playing pranks on us. So in the last song, you know, before the song would start, they would be in the back and clicking their sticks to make the whole band start, but I was not ready. And they made one guy into like they put a costume on him. I think they wrapped him all with toilet paper, so he looked like a mummy from Egypt. And he came on the stage and was doing all sorts of weird things, and it was very confusing. I had no idea what was going on.
This what happened with me with my second performance. I was really confused.
Yeah, it's so confusing, but as we talked about before, you never stop, you just continue, no matter how weird it gets.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, if you are sick and you have to perform, are you going to perform or not?
Well, I think this question, the answer to this question has changed because of COVID. If I had COVID, I would not play anymore. But before this boring pandemic, yes, I would play if I possibly can. And I have played with very high fever. I was in Montreal with a band called Abyssal. They're from the United Kingdom, and I played drums with them sometimes live. And I got so sick. I got some kind of flu, and I almost could not speak. I was just delirious, and I had high fever.
Okay.
But we still played, and it was very hard, and I almost was blacking out on the stage, but I was going to try. They would have to carry me from the stage if that was the end result, but you never give up, you know.
Okay. I don't give up too if I'm running. If I have my drum lessons, I don't give up. I just going to drum lessons. I
Absolutely.
just sick. I'm going further.
Well, when you have passion for something like music, you will never stop unless you are completely unable to go.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is what kind of backends do you use and what's your favorite one?
Sorry, what kind of?
What kind of backends do you use, and what is your favorite one?
Backend? I don't understand.
The China right, like a China right splash.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have 2 crashes and 2 splashes and 2 chinas. I think I'm very what do you call it? I have the same on left and the right, so I have 2 hi-hats and 2 rights. Now that I think about it, I didn't plan for it to be that way.
Okay.
But I would say my simple setup is very much just inspired by the setup from Nicholas Barker, who used to be the drummer for Cradle of Filth and Dimmu Borgir, and I love him so much, and I used to try so much to be like him and play the same stuff as he could. And yes, to this day, I think my simple setup is very close to just what he used to do back in maybe 2001, 2002.
Yeah, I interviewed Nicholas Barker.
Oh my God, what was that like? Was he a nice guy?
Yeah, he's really nice.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. I met him once, but he was so busy he could not talk to me, and that was a little bit disappointing because I was so big of a fan of him. But I only hear from people that he's a super nice guy, and
Yeah.
of course he's just a legendary drummer. The things that he has done are so cool.
Yeah. Just what he can reach with one hand is really bizarre.
Yeah, and just his musicality, because he's not only fast, he also is just so good at creating music with his drums.
Yeah.
And if he's creating drums for a song that someone else wrote on the guitar or the keyboard, he always comes up with something that elevates the song to even higher level with his great, great drumming. So that is very cool.
He's really a legend.
He is. He is.
Okay. Next question is okay. Oh yeah. Do you use a black metal bell?
Black metal bell.
Yeah,
What is that?
that's pretty little splash thing, but then it's not so. Just on the right side,
All right.
it's upside down.
Okay. No, I don't use one like that. But on my right cymbal, I have a huge bell for that ping, if that's something like you mean.
Yeah, I mean sort of that because I listened pretty good this today to the whole disc CD, new CD of you your band, and I heard on some point on sixth song, ping. I thought, is it a black metal bell?
No, I think it's just the big bell in the center of my right cymbal.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think I have even anymore the cymbal I used on this album, but I have a new right cymbal with an even bigger bell. So on the next album, it will just drown out all the guitars. They can go away. It will only be my bell when I play it.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is the next question is what do you think? What do you think is your best performance you ever had?
That is a hard question because I've played so many shows through all these years. Uh, maybe with my other death metal band, which I'm not anymore playing with. It's called Beneath. We played a tour back in 2014, and we had practiced a lot, and I was in very good shape. And I remember some of those concerts went super well. And when you're playing so fast and you're playing this extreme, it's almost like being an athlete, maybe a soccer player or something. So the better that you warm up, the better your performance is going to be. And if you're on a tour, sometimes you don't do a proper warm up. You're too busy having fun or talking with someone or doing something else. Or so on this tour, I managed to have a private moment maybe for 1 hour before my show and just really warm up and really make sure that everything was ready when we went on stage. And but I think when this COVID is over and we can start to play again, I think I will also be in great shape because I've been using the time to practice a lot and I'm so excited to play again.
Yeah, I'm taking time too to learn much new things in this pandemic. Yeah, it really gives time because nothing you can do nothing, but only the people who play instruments like drums always gonna go just like drum the whole day, hours and hours, always practicing.
I like to hear that. So you're practicing a lot. It's very cool.
Yeah. Okay. The next question. What's your favorite band? Not your band, but to listen.
I
If it's so hard, you can choose two bands.
I think if I just think about the band that I've listened to the most, even if I don't maybe listen to them so much anymore, but I think the most hours that I've spent listening to the same band, I think I have to say Dimmuborgir. I love them very much. So I listen to many different bands, but I think if I have to pick one, it's Dimmuborgir. And I'm of course talking about those albums where Nicholas Parker was playing the drums.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the other garbage, just Nick Parker, please.
Okay. My favorite bands are. It's not easy to choose. I know very much bands, dus I can't really choose if it's just two. But the first thing about listening in this month, what was the best? I think that was your new album.
Wow, thank you very much. Yeah, if you like blast beats, at least you get a lot of them in this album. So
Yeah.
maybe... Thank you. That's super cool to hear.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, what kinds of music do you like besides metal?
I like classical music. Not that I'm very knowledgeable about it, but I like Tchaikovsky and Wagner. But I listen almost always just to metal music. I do like old school and maybe 90s hip hop, Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg and these guys. Yeah, but I don't have so much time anymore to listen to music because I'm always at work or stuff like that. So when I do have the time, I will always put on some metal. But that being said, I think it's very important to listen to other types of music.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna be a musician, you have to get inspiration from other ideas other than only metal. So when I was younger, I used to go with my dad often to maybe jazz concerts or the symphony or things that maybe were a little bit boring to me.
Yeah.
But then I came home and I realized, okay, there were lots of cool things on this concert, and maybe you try it out with your band. You can always learn something from listening to other types of music. So
Yeah.
I think it's smart to check out other things than only metal, even if metal is always gonna be the best.
Yeah. Just a few months ago, I was just because that's much I get that advice, and I did it a few months ago, and I started with listening classical music. Okay, it's good to listen to it. It's just now I like not only metal but classical music too. But if it can, I always listening music.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with classical music, if you're gonna listen, it forces you to stop, slow down, and actually listen. Because so many times, if you're listening to metal, at least for me, I am, on my bicycle or in my car or at work. So I'm not really focusing on what I'm listening to. It's just somewhere in the background of my mind. And I think it's healthy to listen to something a little bit, bigger, like the symphony, because you have to sit down, start the music, and really listen, because otherwise there's no point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's an exercise also in mindfulness.
yeah. Just so you concentrate on the music and not on something else.
Yeah, you're
I
not playing on your phone or watching TV. You're just listening.
I tried that with gaming and while listening metal music. I think it's just behind me. I don't hear it good. It's just at the background of my mind too. Yeah, and my father when he's gaming and he's listening always he's playing a brutal game named Diablo 3. I play it too, and
Nice.
but there's no brutal music, so Papa is gonna doing brutal music on the background, and my father can listen then to it. But if I'm doing that, I think um, I don't know if there's music on the background. Is there music in the background? Yes, it is, but I don't know. Is music in the background? So yeah, but let's go to the next question.
All right.
Have you ever lost? Have you ever? Hmm? Have you ever lost? Have, you, have you ever lost your way to a performance?
No, because most of the time we have played here in Iceland, and Iceland is very small, so it takes a lot of effort to get lost here. And if you are on tour, someone else is driving. You are just in the back of the bus, and there's a manager, so you don't have to think. And when you sleep on the bus, you just go to sleep in Germany and you wake up in France and you are right where you're supposed to be. So
Yeah.
you can always trust the driver to take you where you're supposed to go. So no, I haven't lost my way to a performance. Not yet. Maybe I will when I get older and I'm very old and fragile.
Maybe you were sleeping in Germany and you wake up in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah, I better pack my swimming suit then.
Yeah. But okay, we're going to the next question. What's how long have you been performing with your Ophidian I?
Since 2014.
Okay.
But we haven't been performing the whole time. We took sometimes long breaks without playing anything. But yes, I've been a permanent member since 2014.
Okay. Okay. The next question is which band do you think is really stupid and why?
Which band?
Yeah.
You know what? This gonna sound maybe a little bit stupid, but I don't think any band is stupid. You know, I used to be very prejudiced, and I don't like Britney Spears or Spice Girls or this pop music, but
It's not stupid.
no, if it makes someone happy to listen to it, then why not? You know, there are even metal bands like baby metal and stuff like that, which the first time you hear it, you're
Uh,
thinking, what is this? You know. But even if you don't like it, doesn't mean it's stupid. It's just an expression from someone else.
yeah.
And I can tell you this, you know, I will never listen to folk metal, you know, where they think they're Vikings or on a pirate ship. But it's maybe not stupid. It's just not my cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um, I like things like Amon Amarth, but then only really like Amon Amarth. But you have some brutal version of Amon Amarth that's super brutal Viking metal. It's not really metal. It's more like death, death, death. And that's really yeah, that's okay to listen to. And if there's a band stupid, then it's the bands who made I'm a Barbie Girl. I think why are you making this song, please?
Well, I don't know. Everyone recognizes the song. You know, if it comes on the radio, I will start singing, I'm a Barbie girl. So
Yeah,
for
I
them,
but
maybe it works.
but yeah, you you only sing because it's so stupid that it stay in your head. but you're thinking, the hell, why are you making such things? Please stop.
I don't know. Well, for them, if the goal is to make everyone listen to the music, they succeeded, so they must be very smart.
Okay, next question is, how do you like playing in a video clip?
In the video clip?
Yeah.
Like in a music video or for just for the drumming?
Just an official video where you can see the band members and playing.
Okay. Well, we made 2 video clips for this album where we're all playing together as a band.
Yeah.
And it was fun because the guy who was making the video, he's our friend, and it's just like a bunch of friends hanging out, producing a video.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like even better just playing on a band practice because I like the most playing music. That's my favorite activity. And when you're releasing an album, there are so many different things that you have to do that are not about actually playing. You know, you have to answer emails or you have to, when you're making the video, it's a lot of work. You have to get all the drums and all the guitars and all this gear and take it somewhere and you're driving there.
Yeah.
It is fun, but it's very different from just playing with your bandmates. And I think my favorite part of this whole music thing is to just play with my friends. Even just, I think I like playing in a band practice even more than I like playing on a show. Because it's just like you're hanging out with your best friends.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. The next question is, isn't the light show on stage driving you crazy?
No, I'm not one of those who gets annoyed by that. I can get very hyped up if there's a lot of light. You know, do you know about these strobe lights that blink white? Like,
Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah, most people think they're annoying, but I love them. They make me go like I'm in another world, you know. So
yeah.
it's fine. It's fine for me.
I don't like it if I'm looking. If I'm looking with it, but I'm pretty handy too if I'm closing my eyes because I know exactly what is where and where I must hit exactly good. So I can just close my eyes, not do this because then your sticks are falling off your hands. But just drum and close your eyes. And I don't know then that there are lights, but I know what I'm hitting and what I must play. But okay.
That is an interesting point because do you know Hellhammer from Mayhem, the black metal drummer? The band is Mayhem and the drummer is Hellhammer. Well, anyway, he said when you're first setting up your drum kit, you should close your eyes and put your hand where you think the drum should be, and then you put the drum there, and then it's always going to be where you want it to be. But however, sometimes you're playing on a live show and you're not playing on your own drum kit. Someone else brings the drum kit, and then you really have to watch because it's not in the usual place.
Yeah.
But that was a side story.
I'm just always hitting long until I know what is where and that I exactly hit on the place where I must hit.
And for you, it's
All right.
more difficult because you're left-handed.
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're left-handed. Well, that's fine. Well, one of the best metal drummers today is left-handed. He's the Dominator, who used to be in Dark Funeral. Do you know him?
Oh yeah, Dark Funeral.
Oh. Yeah, Nils Fjellström. He's so fast and he plays left. And I saw a funny comment on his YouTube video. Somebody said, everyone should do like this guy. He's playing left-handed to show allegiance with Satan. But I don't think that's the reason. I just think he's left-handed. But he is really good.
Okay. The next question is, what's the highest beats per minute what you can play?
The highest I've ever recorded is 300 BPM on this record.
Okay.
So that is very hard. You have to warm up so much to get that. But I think almost all the other songs are 270, which is very similar to Fleshcode.
Yeah.
You know, their most famous song, The Violation, is 270, and I used to practice a lot playing with that song to get the speed.
It's really great, the Violation. It's so impulsive, and yeah, it's just so high beats per minute. It's bizarre that if you can play it 1 minute, but yeah, that drummer played more minutes. I think how.
Yeah, he is extremely good, and the most annoying thing about him, his name is Francesco, is that he's also a really good guitar player, and I'm just here thinking, how can you be so good both on the drums and on the guitar? But he's a virtuoso. He can do anything he wants, apparently.
Yeah.
It's like an octopus, you know, with 8 arms.
Yeah. If you have it over 4 arms, 8 arms, then I'm thinking always to the man on the album cover of the song "Bleeds" from Meshuggah. Do you know that?
Oh yes, yeah, I know that
It's
one.
that man that sits so
Many arms.
with many arms. I think if you're talking about 8 arms, I'm thinking always about the man who's standing on the album cover by Bleed.
Exactly, yes, I understand what you mean. But also the drummer from Meshuggah, sometimes you think he also is an octopus, because I don't understand how he can play some of those songs. It's too complicated for me.
Yeah, how he makes it, that's so not easy. He does it in a pretty hard way, and that's really master if you can do it on his way. Only to make a song, but to play it, then you are really a legendary figure.
Yeah, I agree. It's nothing about Meshuggah is ever easy. It's always so complicated.
Yeah, and if there's something less complicated to play, then it's complicated to play because it's fast and long fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Bleed is gewoon tili 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 tili, and it's very long and it's changing every time. It's so confusing. But okay,
He's crazy.
let's go into the last question. Time flew. Do you have any tips for me as young drummer?
Yes, always try to play with others as much as you can.
Yeah.
That would be my best tip. It's great to practice alone at home, but if you can find some guitar players to play with you, it's always gonna push you. And if you are lucky enough that you can find a really good guitar player, maybe someone who is even better on guitar than you are on drums, then that is even better, because you will always be running behind him, and he will pull you to become even better.
Yeah.
So that was the only way for me to stay motivated for all these years, is because I was playing with others, and they became my good friends.
Okay.
If it was only me, I would quit a long time ago, because I get bored of myself.
Okay. Thank you for the time for this interview, and yeah, I hope to see you soon live. And for the people who watch this, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like on YouTube and give Ophidian I a like on Facebook. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and your interest. Really nice to talk to you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.